Hey, you know what? Tell me if I'm a little off beat here, and I don't want to change subjects, but who's not going to talk like that? George Stroumboulopoulos. What the hell was that?
Well, I feel sorry for George. I really do.
Me too.
I think that George was put in a tough position, and you're talking about a very traditional window, and a very specific people watch the game, right? Even the youth that Rogers tried to get more youth. I think even the youth are used to that style of commentary.
Did you just say youth?
I don't fucking get. Maybe you guys could tell me to fuck off, but I don't get the skinny suits and everybody standing around with the tan shoes.
Is that it?
Hockey sticks.
Is that it? He got fired because of nice tailored suits, skinny ties, and brown shoes?
No, he got
No,
He got fired because of that.
I know, but that's what everyone's saying.
To the fucking ratings.
The haters are out there. My philosophy is when it comes to George Stroumboulopoulos, and he wasn't in too deep, and I know a lot of people think he was. Don't hate the player, hate the game, for goodness sakes. The ratings are down. The ratings are down because of the
I think George is a good commentator.
Of course he's a good commentator.
I think George was in the wrong element. He was out of his element. And I'm going to tell you right now, he got fired for one simple fucking reason. Not because of the haters, because of the ratings.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
So he had to take the bump for the two stiffs that hired them. So he should never have been hired. It's the same as Phil Kessel should never have been brought to Toronto. You should do your research and find out what George Stroumboulopoulos did as a broadcaster on the CBC. And I would ask our crew to look it up if we can get it. It is
VJ. He was a very successful VJ.
Yeah, this guy used to heat my coffee up when I used to fill in at CFNY in the mornings, for God's sakes. I've known him forever. And we'd like to have him on the show right now. You know how much he cares? Right now, he is driving his motorcycle from Toronto to Los Angeles, and right now, he's on Route 66, southern bound.
Well, good for him, because I'm envious. I wish I was on my motorcycle riding down there. And I got to tell you, I like George a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not as close to George like you, but anytime I've seen George at some events, I was with him in Ottawa during when Ottawa was playing Anaheim in the Stanley Cup semifinals or quarterfinals or finals, and
a final.
Finals. East against West, Frank.
Anaheim won the Stanley Cup. You're right.
Yeah.
He was Giguère was in that for Anaheim.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, and he won the Stanley Cup.
Look out for the rats.
He was George was very, very eloquent, very, very cool to me. I have a lot of respect for George, but George was fired for one simple reason, and that was the ratings went to shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Frank,
And you can't, Billy, you know this.
One way or the other. He wouldn't affect the ratings one way or the other. He was a nondescript, no personality type of guy that made no impact on the sporting fraternity.
I disagree, because this is what they're saying. I'm not saying this is what I'm saying. That when they went to Don Cherry and Ron MacLean, the viewership went up. When they went back to that segment, it went down.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and
that's how they gauged all of this shit, and that's how it cost him his job. And George is a very bright guy, and he's going to do well wherever he goes.
Yeah, and give
a great personality.
Yeah, give Ron MacLean, give Ron credit. I'm not going to give up my Sunday night hockey. I'm going to stay with Coach's Corner. You can put me in anywhere you want. I'll be your little utility man for Sportsnet and CTV. By the way, a little bird, let's call him a big bird, at TSN has told me, who will remain nameless, that James Duthie, they wanted to get Duthie so badly, and he said no once again. Talk about freaking loyalty. Duthie was supposed to be the guy, not Ron MacLean, Duthie, but he said no. But Ron's going to be fine. He's a freaking national treasure. And sitting next to what? What did Don Cherry figure out on the 10 most popular Canadians 10 years ago? What was he, number 4? My God. Ron's
but here's what I'm telling you. I'm going to go back. Ron MacLean, in that business, in that industry, has been around so long that he's very well trusted.
Yeah.
And people, they see somebody come in, and they feel like they're not getting the full package, the full information, right? Mm-hmm. And I think that I'm going to agree with Bill now. I think that they tried to overdo this presentation of the show. Look at the United States. Look at American football or American baseball. They have not fucking changed their presentation in 30 years. They don't have everybody standing around in tight suits talking shit. They talk, they do the commentary, they try to answer questions that people would want to do. And Ron McClain is very well read. He knows the business.
Yeah.
He's a walking Google.
He's the gold standard. And you're right with the football lineups on Sunday afternoons. It's been the same guys for 15 years.
But it's the same format. Even if one guy drops out and they bring another guy in, it's you can't make they made such a huge 45-degree turn from tradition that people fucking were shocked. They were shocked. And I was really hoping that George would be able to carry it because he's a smart guy and he's got his own following, but he did not have the following of the hockey fans that tuned in for Hockey Night in Canada.